Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can make money scalp trading Solana meme coins. And yes, who am I to tell you how to do this? Well, I have some proof that I am actually making a shitload of money doing this. Right here on the screenshot I literally made just a few seconds ago, we can see that I currently have over $23,000 in this coin called Breath. You can see it right here, 23k. Now the exact reason why I have $23,000 in Breath is simply because yesterday I took a scalp trade on Breath for just $20,000, and literally in the time span of like 12 hours my trade made $3,000. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did this and how you can also actually find patterns and trades like this on meme coins, especially Solana meme coins, but also on other meme coins on Ethereum and I don't know, Base chain and all those kind of things. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do that because it's actually really easy. I literally made $3,000 in the last, I don't know, like 12 hours simply because of this one pattern that was extremely easy to understand and find. So yeah, basically that being said, let's just immediately get into the video. Before I do that, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of June basically, so I'm really curious to see if we can hit that. So please consider liking and subscribing. Furthermore, for this tutorial you will simply need a Telegram trading bot in order to buy and sell Solana meme coins. If you're not using a Telegram trading bot, you will not be able to use limit orders, dollar cost average orders, and also not the sniper feature. So you basically just need to make sure that you're using a Telegram trading bot. Currently I would recommend using Trojan. It's the best one out there and it's the one with the most features. Go check it out, link in the description below. And that being said, how did I find this trade? Well, it was really easy. We could have basically just seen that basically Brad was just going crazy to the upside. I mean, it has just literally been going up only, meaning what you basically want to do, if a coin just keeps on going up, you of course want to take a trade, and that is always going to be a long position, because you don't want to fight the trend. If a coin is going up, you always want to take a long position. If the coin goes down, you always want to look for short positions. You never want to find you never want to fight the trend, and you always should respect the trend. So I saw that basically Brad was up like, I don't know, like 150% in the last couple of weeks. So I thought, let's just get in right now. It is probably still not too late. And I was actually then spotting this gigantic pattern. It was really easy to spot this pattern. How did I do it? Well, I saw that basically the prices kept on making lower highs, which is of course not a bullish sign, but the price was also making some higher highs. So this was actually showing me that we were creating a symmetrical triangle, and yes, this was a perfect symmetrical triangle because we got 4 touches right here and we got 2 right here, meaning it was actually a clear symmetrical triangle. And also on the 1 hour time frame, which is a pretty decent time frames for symmetrical triangles. So basically the seconds we broke out, all I literally did was place a limit order right here over on basically Brad. We can see it right here, and literally all you just need to do is place a limit order just where it's going to retest, because that's what 9 out of the 10 times happens. Basically the price will just shortly break out, it will retest that symmetrical triangle, and from there it will simply just continue going up. And all I did was place my limit order, I got filled, and that's how I made like $3,000 overnight. It was that freaking easy, and it seems like the chart is actually going up even more right now. The reason why I'm not showing my Bybit account live is because I don't want to log into my Bybit account on this computer in case my computer is compromised or something. I've been hacked a lot recently. A lot of people are getting hacked, so I only want to keep my Bybit account on just one cold device. And yeah, basically that being said, how can you basically identify these patterns, or basically these a lot of support and resistance areas, because we have patterns but also support and resistance areas, and they can basically be used in order to trade. You've probably already tried this on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's basically the same on meme coins, but the good thing with meme coins is that once a pattern breaks out, it will not do a 1 or 2% pump, it will go 10, 20, 30, 50, 100%, simply because of course liquidity and market cap are so much lower. And the cool thing is that these meme coins do actually respect their patterns quite often, and basically also their support and resistance areas. For example, right here I have another basically example for you. On my guide was I just identified this gigantic rising wedge on the 4 hour time frame. This was a clear rising wedge, as we can see. Let me just quickly remove this. we can see this was a perfect rising wedge, and all I simply had to do was wait for one candle close outside of this rising wedge. All I did was enter a long position, or basically just buy the coin, because no prepped or future contracts were out for it yet. But I simply bought the coin, and after that it literally ended up doing more than a 12x from off that breakout basically. And it's simply that easy to do it on meme coins. And if we look at MAGA right now at the exact moment, we can clearly see that we are potentially making another, I don't know, somewhat of a rising wedge. We can clearly see right now that we have been basically resisting a lot from of this area, supporting a lot from here, meaning that we are potentially breaking right now. So if this 4-hour candle closes outside of this rising wedge, then I am definitely going to buy into this project, and my first target is going to be all-time high, which from of where we are trading at right now should be like an easy 120% pump. It's that easy. Literally, the second I saw the chart, I basically could identify another rising wedge, or a falling wedge, of course, sorry, and then it's just really easy to take these trades, because if it doesn't basically plan what's going to do and it just goes down, just simply close a position for like a 20 or 30% loss and go to the next one, and there you can make a 200% pump gain basically, or 100% pump, and all your losses are made back with that one trade, simply because these meme coins can just pump so crazy. So what I want you to do right now is simply go to any meme coin that is basically going viral right now or trending. You can do this by going to DEX Screener, of course, click on Solana, Ethereum, Base chain, whatever chain you want to use, doesn't really matter. Just click on the last 24 hours and see which coins are right now trending. Then all you need to do is click on any coin. It literally doesn't really matter which coin, and all you need to do is look at basically how it's looking. For example, Gummy. I've heard that it was going quite viral recently. So basically all you had to do is just identify this little like downtrend. The second it broke this downtrend, because we can clearly see this was a quite gigantic downtrend, and basically the second it broke, you could have just entered into a long position, and let's say that you have only entered right here, then basically to that wick, that was an easy like 70% pump. And if you're using at least a little bit of basically a little bit of money, you could have maybe like made like, I don't know, a few hundred to a few $1,000s based on how high your margin of course is. And it's just that easy to identify patterns like this. We could have also argued that this is somewhat of like another falling wedge, I don't know, but it definitely was a really easy trade to take. All you simply need to do is do a lot of research on these coins, see why they are potentially going to pump, and just see why their charts are looking like this. You can then just enter, and that's it. It's so freaking easy to identify these coins. That's the only way I'm trading right now. I'm just not trading small cap meme coins anymore. That's just not the way to do it. In my opinion, you just wait for coins to grow big, and then you just ape these coins with size for hoping to get like a 50 to a 100% pump. And when that basically happens, you can easily make a few grand if you have enough basically margin or assets to put into that project. For example, right now I casually have like $36,000 chilling in my Bybit account waiting for my next trade, and I just know that once I put all that money in my next trade and I take like 50%, that's like $20,000 just like that. And it's just that easy to do. I'm going to show you guys one more example. And trust me, I've literally not looked at any of the trending DEX screener coins in the last couple of hours. So I don't really know which coins are looking good right now. But I'm just randomly going to click on some meme coins to see if we can potentially identify some patterns. And of course, not every chart and every token has a pattern or is playing out a pattern. For example, most of the time the ones that are getting a lot of traction, for example this one that's just going up only right now, of course doesn't have a pattern, and no support and resistance areas can be identified here. So I will definitely not recommend looking at coins that have just been created. I'd always recommend looking at some coins that are at least a few days old. Let's say we are going to look at GameStop. GameStop of course went absolutely viral recently. And yeah, right now, I don't know. I don't really know if we can identify a pattern. It definitely doesn't really seem like this is doing anything at the moment. Maybe it is, I don't know. We just have to wait a few more days, I think. In my opinion, GME is looking interesting right here. However, This was a lot of like fake volatility, meaning I don't really know if this pattern is going to be respected that much, simply because it of course pumped because of all that news. So I don't really know if this is a valid pattern, but you can just always just draw the pattern, set an alert on the coin, which you can literally just do by settings right here, and then just wait for a breakout. If the breakout seems convincing, just enter, and you can always set a stop loss using Trojan, of course. By limit orders you can also set a stop loss, and yeah, that's just what you can do. And then maybe, let's say the trade doesn't play out the way you wanted. Cool, you lost 20%, that's fine. If you just go to another trade, that trade also doesn't work out, you lose another 20%, and then you finally found a trade that loses 200%. All of your losses will be made back with that single trade, and it's just that easy. So yeah, let me just show you guys one more example before I end this video. Of course, I don't want to make this video too long. I don't know, let's look at Bandog. And I've not really mentioned it in this video yet, but I would always recommend looking at coins that are at least a few days old, which are getting at least like a few $1 million in volume, and that basically have also at least like $100,000 or $200,000 in liquidity. At least that's what I'm always looking for. Now we can see on Bandog it has been pumping like crazy recently. However, it seems like this uptrend is finally coming to an end. We're seeing the first red candle with this blow off top. What you can potentially do is just identify a few areas of support and resistance where potentially the price will just simply bounce again. So we can see that potentially the price could bounce from its old all-time high. If that would happen, you can simply enter into a long position within this area. Stop loss just below it if you get stopped out. Cool, that's fine. If it goes on another 100, 200% run, you just made a shitload of money. And remember that we are officially in a bull run right now. Bitcoin is trading above 70k. If you think you're too late to a Solana meme coin or an Ethereum meme coin, you're probably not. As long as the team is good or the community is good and the meme is good, you're not too late. We are going to see like 10, 20, 30 meme coins just run to multi-billion dollars in market cap like it's nothing. We have seen it in the last cycle. Coins went to crazy heights, and we are going to see it again. For example, Shiba Inu literally went to a $40 billion in market cap last cycle, and everyone thought they were late at $1 billion in market cap. Everyone thought they were late at a $10 billion in market cap, and it still went a 4x or a 40x from that 1 billion. So if you're thinking, oh, this project is already sitting at a $10 million market cap or a $50 million market cap, I don't want to trade this anymore. Trust me, it will most likely just go much higher. So I would just recommend looking at all these charts, and I don't know, maybe you set like 50 alerts. If you have a lot of spare time, just set a lot of alerts, look at any chart you think can do good, and just simply look for patterns. Not all patterns are going to play out the way you want, and of course there are also not going to be an unlimited amount of patterns on every single chart. So just look at like 10, 20 coins that have a good pattern, just wait for one to break, enter the trade, and that's how at least I am making good money right now. For example, on this trade called Bread, or this coin called Bread. So yeah, basically that being said, that's currently what I am doing. That's just what I wanted to share in this video, how I am making good money right now. I literally made 3k yesterday. So basically that being said, please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel. Check out Trojan Bot, it's a link in the description below. And I hope I will see you guys in my next crypto meme coin tutorial or review.